Before I actually start to show you my finished flowish mixed media journal that I made, I just wanted to come on and show you the cover. I had to find a thicker cover than what I actually had on there because it was ripping at the corners. So I've had this Australian history and its backgrounds book that I've been using the pages out of, but I just wanted to come in and show you what I was doing to strengthen the spine, because the spine is pretty flimsy, and all I did was get this piece here, this hard cardboard, is the backing of one of the little art books that I use, and I just thought that I would cut a piece that would fit in that spine and just tape either side of it down with some masking tape. So whoever receives my flowish journal, they have the choice then of doing what they want, because you know, with the flowish journals you use everything. So this hard outer cover could become used for an art journal or something, you know, made into another journal, and then they can easily just take this apart, or they could just use it the way that I've strengthened it. Okay, so that's all I wanted to do, because I did get asked about that the other day in an email. So, and I'll be right back on in a second with my finished journal to show you, my finished flowish journal. I love that sound, flowish. Hi everyone, how are you going? Okay, I'm on to show you my second flowish junk journal. Junk journal? No, flowish trashy journal. Oh well, flowish. I'll just call it flowish. That was the first one, okay, which wasn't too bad. Like, I still haven't got a closure for it. That was the first one. Now, you remember the second, I had to leave some of the first one out because I thought it was too big. Well, this one here, oh my goodness, I think I need an intervention. Oh, I'm just really getting carried away with it. And this is just so huge. Okay, so I'll go through and show you what I've done. I've just tied this one with a piece of ribbon, and I have been looking into more of them, so into a few other videos, especially from Crafty Mama. I'll leave Crafty Mama's link down below anyway. I think I did it with the last video, and like everything in here can get taken out and used in your other projects. Okay, so with this one I have tied the signature. There's only one signature in here, and look how big it is. I don't know when to stop. I've tied the signature in twice. The first part I've tied with some black lace, and then the second part I have tied with just a strip of coloured material I had, and I've put one of my dangles on the side, which I have only tied in with a piece of twine. Okay, so let's open it up, and voila. Now with this one I was going to just use this cover here, if you can remember from last time, but I noticed that when I started to tie it, the spine started to bend down, and I just couldn't, it just wouldn't take. So then I thought, well, I've been using this old Australian history book. I've been using pages out of it for my collage in my art journals or making envelopes or things like that. And it's really nice and sturdy, the outside, which, you know, whoever gets this can do their own cover and take everything out and make their own journal from it. And I think you just seen how I put just another strip in the centre of it, just to give the spine of this old textbook a bit more strength. Okay, so I'm going to go through. I left the front pages of the textbook in because, like, even though it's to do with the convicts and, you know, early Australia, I thought that it's still rather eye-catching, and I think it's pretty cool. And I also left that page in too, and then I kind of like just gutted the rest of it. And here, this one here, I've decided to make it more of a mixed media instead of just a plain journal type one, you know, that you can pull bits and pieces out to put in your other journals or your trashy journals or your junk journals. I thought with this one, I'm going to, I put a lot, well, I'm not going to, I've already done it. I put a lot more arty mixed media type things in, and some of my art as well. So on here I've made some little paper clips. That's just a little heart one. And this card here is where inside I'm going to write to the person that this is going to, and I won't tell you who that is. And I'm thinking, my gosh, this is going to cost me a fortune to post, but I just like doing things like this. Okay, so let's have a look. So in this front cover here, this Tweed Visitor Guide cover. It's really hot here, and I just had to turn the fan off because you could hear the woo 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 noise too much, so I am getting a little bit hot. You can also use this cover here to make another journal, like an art journal or a junk journal as well. And over here I've got some strips of textured paper, and I've put in a couple of more strips of that, now I can't think of the name, you know, the paper that's got the threads through it. And this bit of paper here, this is, I just love this. It's like a cardboard, a bumpy textured cardboard, and I just love the feel of that. So I've got that in the first pocket, just there. And I've also just washi taped a couple of positive sayings down on just the little fold up there, so they can be just ripped off and used somewhere else. And then I've got a piece of cardboard here that I had left over from a project from that file. And then in here I've just washi taped down a piece of my painted labels. I think that's really cool, and that's got, like, you can feel the texture on that as well. And then this sheet is from one of my grandson's fireman puzzle books, and I've just got that held together up the top with just a plain paper clip, and I've got some napkins, serviettes, patterned serviettes in there. There is on this one here, there is like a little scribble. I think Sammy was trying to join the three of them together or something. And of course frogs. I've just it's frog paper elements, and like you could cut those out if you wanted to, or you know, use them for something else. But yeah, I'm really into frogs at the moment. I don't know why. And here I've got some coloured tissue paper with another little paper clip. And over here I've got some washi tape, just on a piece of plastic, and an envelope with another altered paper clip. This one says, "Distance means so little when someone means so much." And they're very easy to do. Like, I've just put a little bit of paint on the background and stamped a saying, and then just, wow, I've got glue all over the back of that. That's terrible. I didn't even notice that. I'll pick it off later. And just finished it off with just a dot on the back, so it doesn't look too plain, and you can see all my glue. And I've got some pattern paper just there. And what I also thought would be good would be to just stamp out some of the sayings that I do have. So it's just on normal photocopy paper, but you could cut round them and use them for your other projects. And this one here, I've just altered one of those big cooking cards that's on the back, and put that in there. It says colour. And then on this side here I've got, oh, that's another one of those paper clips that I just made, altered. And here I've just made a little kind of like pocket tag, and I've just put in one of my Australian swap cards and that I made that says smile. And that's another one of the fireman pages where I've folded up the bottom and just put some of that, it's like vellum paper, this coloured vellum paper, and also just some cut off bits that I had of, I think it's watercolour paper, I'm not sure. Okay, and then a magazine. I really love this, the contrast between the light and the dark with the shadowing. That's pretty cool, I love that. So that's out of a magazine. And then on this side it's got the world with some, looks like silhouette, not silhouette, transparent hands holding it up. That's such a cool picture. And then another piece off cut there. I've got some more of those stamped sayings that I have stamped on some paper. And this one here is a Bloom's, pardon me, our Bloom's Chemist. My husband gets quite a bit of medication, and I ended up grabbing a couple of these bags off them, and they thought it was so cool that I even asked. And then in here I have some of the jumbo cards. They are huge, like that's the size of my hand. I've put a couple in there that, you know, somebody could alter or paint on, and then just some other coloured square 6x6 sheets of paper. And this is the Alice in Wonderland sheet. We've got a bit of matte paper. This is a piece of felt, which, you know, comes in handy. And this brown paper bag, I have some more napkins in there, some pattern serviettes, and I've just put, because it looked a bit daggy, a bit plain I should say, not daggy, plain. I just put one of my little birds on that I love making. And then this side I've got some of those little envelopes, and this is another altered paper clip, a little birdie told me, with just one of my stamps on it. And then the fairy paper, some gel printing, magazine with the map of Queensland on it, some birdies, they're really nice, lovely bright, that one. That's an Amazon parrot, that's pretty cool. and some music sheet tissue paper, and that was that other pattern paper in there, and then some more coloured textured papers there on a piece of the paper that came out of the actual book that I'm using the cover for, and then a tag. I think you've seen some of this before anyway, but I have it finished here now, and that's 12 by 12 paper that I've just folded in half, and that one there says another year flies by. And in here, I picked this up the other day for $1. It's a little colouring book, 30 pages, and it's got the pencils with it. And I thought, oh, how cute, that can go in there. That'll look good in there. Someone would love to do that, I'm sure. The fairy paper, that's that one. Oh, look at this, that is so cool. I just love those colours there. That was from a magazine. Oh, that is so cool, I love that. And then on that side, and I've got a bit of foam just there, some music sheet paper, jelly print, magazine paper, dyed paper, magazine, adult colouring book, and here I've just put some fun stickers. They're owls and birdies and butterflies, a little flower. And over here I've got some, oh, what are they called? Brads? Yeah, brads. They're in the shape of a heart. And I've just cut a pink piece of cardboard out in the shape of a heart to leave those hearts on there, which is pretty cool. And then one of my birdies just on there, and I've used the smallest piece of double-sided tape, so that should come off really easy. And some more dyed paper, another serviette, and an envelope that I made from magazine paper, some of those donut not washi tapes, post-it notes, some jelly printing, music sheet paper. Oh, I keep doing that with my fingernail there. That's the foam. And I put one of these cards in. I had a heap of these given to me, and they're really good to like just gesso over and do like a little canvas or ATC. They're a bit bigger than the ATC, but they're pretty cool. They're very, it's pretty thick, that. And some music sheet paper. That's really old, and I keep smelling it because I just love the smell of it. Okay, fairy paper, and in this side of the folded 12 by 12 I've just put a few sheets of I don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese writing. Oh, hang on. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. I'm wanted on the phone. Okay, sorry for that interruption. My daughter needed me on the phone. Okay, now I think I showed you that I had that Chinese or Japanese writing in there, and then that's another piece of the history book paper. And this here, it's a pamphlet that I got from Dracula's here on the coast, and I just thought, wow, look at that, like the colours and everything. I thought someone would be able to do something with that, so I've put that in there. And that's a bit of the paper, tissue paper, magazine, map, jelly print, fairy. That paper bag, I just put a bit of washi tape down there and left it open at the bottom, but I just cut out some other tags that, they're just ready to be used, and I've just got those sitting in there. And I ended up putting a little black spot on the envelope, so I stuck that little pinwheel thing down. And some felt, that map, the Alice in Wonderland, and this is the back of the big chemist bag, and I've just put on one of my little it's not fabric, goodness sake, thread. It's one of my favourite ones, these, and it looks really nice, you know, on the top of your tags or something. So I put that there. And what else have we got? And on the back of this one, I've just got some more of those painted labels. My birdie. That's the magazine paper. Whoop, that one's come off. I knew that happened. They're just some Post-its, and this envelope here, I've got some larger envelopes that I've made, and then I've also just cut some other paper out to make like plain cards that you can decorate, and just put a couple of envelopes in there for them. So that goes in there. And that's that fireman paper, which is pretty cool. Like, you could even use it to colour in if you wanted to. And that's an envelope that you could make an envelope journal out of. And in this pocket here, what have I got? Oh, I've got some more thread, a different coloured thread. I've put in just a little piece of corrugated cardboard, which comes in handy, and some black paper and just some patterned paper, and a little bit more of that writing. I don't know if it's Chinese or Japanese, to tell you the truth. And I've also put in just a small piece of my drop paper that has paint on it. So that's in that there. And then over here, that's just come off. I've just got some larger labels that I've painted on. And that's that sewing pattern. Some of the labels, painted labels, just stuck there with a bit of washi tape. That's the other side of the frog one. That's the other side of that fireman one, the map one. And then in the last envelope here, I have some more of the painted labels that I just folded up. So you just peel those off and use them in your work, in your artwork. And some more sticky notes. And then inside this pocket, what have I got? I can't even remember now. But I tell you what, once I start, I just can't seem to stop. What have I got in here? Oh, okay. I've got just some bits and pieces that, you know, come in handy to alter cards or make tags. What else is in there? Something stuck. Oh, and that one there. Some of those. Is that it? Yeah. So I'm sure someone would get use out of these as well. I'll just try and put those all back in there. And I've just folded that over like that, and just used another altered paper clip. And then that's the end of that cover, and then that's the hard cover there. So, oh, look at it. I think I have a problem. I don't know. I'd love to know what you think, whether see, something like this, I was actually thinking that for my first lot of happy mails, see, I would love to send something like this to people for happy mail. I think it's a wonderful idea, and because a lot of my friends on here are more into art, mixed media, I just thought that'd be a great idea. But like trying to send something like this overseas, it's absolutely going to cost me a fortune. But once I start, I just can't seem to stop adding things to it. I got a problem. I think I have a problem. So what I'm going to do, that's the first one. I actually have someone in mind to send this to, and it's actually here in Australia. So I'm thinking I don't even know if I could get a box. Yeah, I think I should be able to get a box big enough to send it. It's still going to cost me, I don't know. I'm pretty good at guessing the weight of things. See, that might cost me about $20 to send, which is okay, I don't mind, because I do love the person that it's going to. That sounds terrible. I love you all, but oh, that's terrible. Oh my goodness, what did I say that for? Okay. Okay, so there's that one. That's my second one, and that was my first one. So I've made two so far, and I really, really love them. I love putting in all this, you know, all these bits and pieces, because I'm thinking, oh yes, they could use that to make a tag. Oh yes, they could use that to you know, to alter or something like that, and I'm getting such a kick out of it. But I'm thinking that I really want to, I'd love to send some happy mail out, and I think it'll be going overseas, because I want to send out at least 3 in January. So I'm thinking not to use the hard cover, because, like, you know, the hard cover, even though it's made that pretty sturdy, it's just it's going to be a hassle to try and find something and then to send it, and I think it's going to cost me a bit too much money. So what I'm thinking, maybe do a smaller version. Okay, I'll work it out anyway, but if you've got any suggestions, I would really love to hear them, because like I really do like doing this. And I've just been through the rest of my magazines and everything, and I think I've got, look, I've got enough stuff just around me on my table and on the floor to do at least another 10. I have a problem. It's a good problem, but I still have a problem. Okay, so please, if you have any suggestions what I could use for a smaller, I don't know, cover. I don't know, I might just have to go and look at some other covers. But see, the ones that I've been looking at have all got this hard cover on them, and I'm just thinking, well, maybe I'm adding too much in them to make them too bulky and chunky. But I love it. I don't want to, you know, even though I finished this one here, I'm still thinking to myself, oh, I could put this in there, oh, I could put that in there. And then I just thought, no, stop adding any more, just finish it. That's it, complete. And then the rest of the stuff, what I've forgotten to put in here or in here, I can make another one up. But the covers really got to me. So please, if you've got any suggestions, I'd love to know what they are. See, I like this flexible cover, because when I do put a closure on that, see, that's going to, it's just going to be bulky in the middle. If you know, like if you know what I'm talking about. Yes, you do. I know you do. You're very smart people. But this one here, see, that just stayed really chunky because the spine on this, that's only about 1 inch wide there. Okay, so please, if you have any suggestions, just leave them down in the comments. I'd love to know what you're thinking. And I'll most probably be back on to show you a smaller version of one that hopefully I'll be able to, you know, send overseas. And like use that for a happy mail book. That'd be cool. The flowish happy mail book. Okay, you all have a great day. I have to go because I'm just melting here with our heat, and my daughter wants me to run some stuff over to her place. So you all have a great day, and I'll catch you later. And please, if you've got any suggestions, you know, just let me know, because I do think I need help with the covers. I've got the insides right, maybe too much. Do you think I'm putting too much in them? Yeah, see, I just don't know what too much is. I need an intervention. I need help. Okay, I'll catch you later. You all have a great day. Bye-bye.